Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Well, as predicted, it's windy out there. Much, much cooler. And they were correct. We go from a summer day to a March-like day. Yesterday evening got kind of serious. We talked about it yesterday morning about fire possibilities, high possibility of fire yesterday, and unfortunately yesterday afternoon and evening that did happen. And we don't have all the different locations, but we do know that on Highway 40 and down in the Sumner area, they had some fires that they had to extinguish. And wildfire threatened the community of Sumner yesterday evening, and they were asked to evacuate to the west towards Eddyville in the 7 o'clock hour. And then by 9:15, they had released the order for the evacuation for Sumner to be lifted so residents could return. Some firefighters were at that time still containing the fire, while some mutual aid units had been released, and Highway 40 had been reopened because Highway 40 had been closed yesterday evening due to wildfires. And so thanks again very much to the volunteers. I was thinking about this yesterday as we were heading through town yesterday evening. Some Broken Bow units were headed out in mutual aid. And I thought, boy, these folks and all the fire departments around the area, each and every one of them have these volunteers that really have not had a break from the possibility of fires for many, many months. And it just keeps on going. And we have these windy conditions today. And some of those fires are going to have to watch, I'm guessing, because the embers could reignite and rather easily with these kind of wind velocities. So we'll keep our fingers crossed again today for no fires and, of course, the safety of our volunteers. But it will be a long day today because even though it's cooler, still very, very dry out there. And whenever you've had fires, they can reignite when you have the wind buffering them up like that. So our volunteers have been outstanding.
Yes, yeah, and kind of as a side note to that, they did post that SEM schools will be closed today.
Okay, all right. I'm glad you found that. And as far as we know, up in Burwell, they're still planning to have a invitational track meet, which Brent is dressed for and ready to go do. And we'll see if they continue with that. Actually, as Brent mentioned earlier off the air, if they're going to change their plans, it should be happening any time or already because the schools have to leave early to get to those field events, start times and so forth. So we assume the Burwell Invitational is going on as scheduled. If that changes, Brent will be the first to tell you.
Yeah, planning to go to Burwell for the meet today. I did see where it was posted no pole vault today, and that makes sense with the windy conditions today. But yeah, we'll look forward to being there today and following the area athletes as they compete.
If you've ever tried pole vaulting, which many of us did when we were kids, just a very handful of people have been able to master pole vaulting because it takes strength, timing, and agility. I didn't have any of those. So pole vaulting was not, we did it in the backyard, and some of the kids got serious about it in track and got really good at it, and there's some very good pole vaulters today, I think. Saw something the other day about some records being broken. But yes, even if you're a good pole vaulter and you got up in the air, a lot of things could happen when the wind's blowing like that. You could go the wrong direction, the bar could be blown off, a multiple number of things could go wrong.
Yes, yeah, for sure. Yeah, so yeah, everybody will have to fight through the wind and the conditions today, but they will do it, I'm sure.
Now, if you're a 100-meter sprinter and you're going in the direction with your wind to your back, which probably that's the way they would set it up, you might be having your best time of your life today with maybe 30, 40 miles per hour pushing you down the track.
Yeah, there could be some things done today that would be declared wind-aided.
Yes.
By chance. Yes.
All right. Today we have a remote broadcast from Sun Valley Landscaping in Ansley. That's in the 9 o'clock hour. And they're having their opening day there off of Highway 2 in Ansley. And we'll be doing a live remote there and visit with Chaz and all the folks there about the gorgeous greenhouses, because they've added, as you may know, another greenhouse that was, I think, last year. So they have all kinds of inventory inside those nice warm greenhouses. So don't let any windy weather or cool weather stop you from getting there on opening day, because you'll be able to stay warm in there. And there's nothing like greenhouse heat. Feels good.
Yes, it does.
And they usually have all sorts of things going on with their opening day. So we'll find out more about that. I think Jeremy's headed down there, probably with Christy. And I think they're going to do some Facebook Lives with that as well. Mm-hmm. So that's coming up in the 9 o'clock hour. Also want to let you know that the Blaine County Courthouse is closed today for the Glenn Clark Memorial Service. And so they will not have any business being done today at the Blaine County Courthouse. That is closed today. And let's see here. What else do we have here? School lunch menus are on tap. And let's begin with the Arnold schools today, as today they're having wraps on this 17th day. And if my oldest son is listening, happy birthday, Chris, out in Chicago. 55 today.
Ah, great. Happy birthday.
Yeah, you're Brent's age.
He is, yes. Here's your menu at Gothenburg today. Ham, egg, and cheese biscuit sandwich. Also cheese pizza or pepperoni pizza. Their grill station combo at Gothenburg today is a cheeseburger basket. And they've got a fresh baked combo sub on the menu today as well at Gothenburg.
Tacos featured today at the Ansley schools.
Litchfield today, serving hot dogs at Litchfield.
Arcadia, chicken sandwiches.
All right, some of the items at Cozad today will include a noodle bowl with Italian bread and baby carrots, cheesy barbecue beef on a bun with seasoned fries, and the pizza bar on the menu at Cozad.
Anselmo Myrna Public Schools today, it's honey glazed chicken on a biscuit, cheese pizza, Uncrustable cheese, and cracker platter.
Thetford today, chicken and waffles at Thetford School.
Sandhills Schools, chicken patty on a bun.
And at Callaway today, a sub sandwich will be on the menu at Callaway.
Okay, let me get that over there. I think that takes care of everybody but the Prairie Pioneer Center. And today it's vegetable, chicken soup, breadstick, cottage cheese, veggies, and fruit. The number to call for more information or to set up home delivery, 872-6121. Also today on the Breakfast Show, our guest list includes Mid-Plains Community College, and the folks from Custer Public Power are expected to be in today to visit with us, and be interesting to talk to them about what it's like in windy conditions for power providers. I think they probably watch the weather very closely this time of year with the fire hazard and so forth, and I'm sure they'll have other agenda items that are going to be talking about today from Custer Public Power. All right, let's play the game and see if we can give away a wonderful prize. What is our wonderful prize today?
Well, it's Friday, so that means an opportunity to win a free drink at the Secret Garden.
Ooh, yeah.
And here's your question for today. We've been asking questions about historic events that occurred in the month of April. Who reached the North Pole in April 1909? Here are your choices: Robert Scott, Ronald Amundsen, Robert Peary, or Henry Hudson. Who reached the North Pole in April of 1909? Your choices are Robert Scott, Ronald Amundsen, Robert Peary, or Henry Hudson. If you know the answer, call us at 872-2801.
And I would say it's legal to Google this one.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I wouldn't know it.
Now, if you're a fast Googler, which I know many of you are, you've got 60 seconds, or you may remember your history. Call us at 872-2801.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show with Dave and Brent.
At BD, they are advancing the world of health. As a global medical technology company, BD is dedicated to improving medical discovery, diagnostics, and care. From developing innovative devices to creating safer solutions for patients and healthcare workers, they stand for quality, safety, and progress in healthcare. Every day, their team works to make a difference, helping people live healthy lives. BD, advancing the world of health together.
Summer is a busy time for our shop, and we know our customers are using their off-road vehicles more than ever during this hectic season. Basic maintenance can help you keep your machines in good working condition and minimize breakdowns. Regular oil changes, checking the wear of regular parts, greasing fittings, and checking fluid and oil levels are very important. A good power washing underneath your machine is also critical. Keeping mud and manure out of your CV boots, tires, and undercarriage are very important in preventing wear and damage of your machines. Agland ATV works hard to keep your Polaris machines up and running. At Agland ATV, West Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Always wear a helmet, never drink and ride.
And we have Eric on the line. Good morning, Eric. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Are you inside where it's not so windy?
Unfortunately, we're going to be framing outside today.
Oh, wow. That sounds like a challenge.
Oh, man. Well, watch out for flying 2x4s.
Absolutely.
All right, Eric, here's your question.
All right, Eric, who reached the North Pole in April of 1909? Was it Robert Scott, Ronald Amundsen, Robert Peary, or Henry Hudson?
My Google informed me that it is Robert Peary.
And Google would be correct. Well done, Eric. All right, buddy. Hey, we're going to put your name on a certificate that'll get you a free drink at the Secret Garden. So when you can, swing on out and see us.
Sounds good. That'll make my wife happy.
Hey, all right.
Well, stay safe, all right?
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Eric. All right, it's 7:42, and hey, you, get off my cloud.
For a fresh start in a place you'll love to call home, Broken Bow Housing Authority has one-bedroom apartments available at Custer Heights. Enjoy easy living with no utilities, snow removal, or lawn care to worry about. Need more space? Choose from 2 to 5 bedroom homes with tenants responsible for snow removal and lawn care. Income limits do apply. Visit BrokenBowHousingAuthority.com to apply online today. Don't wait. Contact Broken Bow Housing Authority and open the door to your next home.
With spring planting just around the corner, don't let that neck or back pain keep you from doing what you love. Call Team Physical Therapy 872-5111. We will give you the one-on-one attention that you deserve and get you moving again. Call your movement rehabilitation specialist at 872-5111 and let us help you get you back on track for summer fun. Call Team Physical Therapy at 872-5111 or check us out on the web at myteampt.com.
746. I am pretty excited about what you received in the last 24 hours because what's happening here is the people are reinforcing the need to support our fine feathered friends. And I've been working on getting your yard in our neighborhood to be bird friendly, and I'm still planning on some improvements over in your yard, of course, with your permission.
Oh yeah,
but there was something on your desk when you got here this morning. Would you want to tell the listeners what you have there?
Yeah, I walked in to work this morning, went to my desk, and there's a book sitting on my desk, and so I grabbed it, and it's from Mary, and I hope I get this last name right, Belzer?
Yes.
Is that right? Mary,
Yep.
Mary Belzer. And Mary must have dropped this off yesterday after I had left, and it is the field guide to the birds of Nebraska.
So nice.
Yeah.
Birds of
Thank you.
Nebraska. That's
Thank
even
you,
better.
Mary. So yeah, so when you get it to where birds are flocking to my yard, I'll be able to look out the window and perhaps see a northern cardinal.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yes.
Sweet.
Size 8 to 9 inches long.
Beautiful.
Eggs would lay 3 to 4, bluish white with brown markings.
Wow. That's a lot of detail on Nebraska birds.
Yeah. A female backyard bird.
A female backyard bird.
Look for the male feeding, bringing the food for the female during courtship, it says.
How sweet.
So we'll have to watch for that. The male, this is kind of interesting, male feeds the young of the first brood by himself while the female builds the second nest.
So they make a nest for every brood.
This is the northern cardinal, it says.
Gosh.
Year-round.
And that doesn't say there. I think they probably mate for life.
Yeah, I don't know if it mentions that or not.
Yeah, they're not a part of the divorce rate we were talking about the other day.
Listen for its what a cheer, cheer, cheer.
Oh, yeah.
Territorial call in the spring.
You can hear the cheer, cheer, cheers. Now, that must be, I guess, a bird that spends time here in Nebraska, but it migrates, I would guess.
Yeah, I don't know. It says year-round for the northern cardinal.
Oh, for the northern cardinal. Okay.
Now, this one here says during the summertime, you may see the spotted sandpiper.
Oh, yes, the sandpipers.
Yeah.
I think you'll see those out in the pastures a little bit more and maybe up north. I don't know if you see too many sandpipers here in central Custer County, but I could be wrong.
It says here one of the few shorebirds that will dive underwater if pursued.
Oh, yeah.
Is there enough water in the bird bath to where it could go underwater and then...
No, it's too shallow, and if they tried it, they'd scrape the top of their head.
Well, we don't want them to do that.
No. Oh, so that's the piper that's hanging around water then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wow.
Apparently, yes.
See how much fun you're going to have?
I know.
Yeah.
This is a really neat book, by the way.
Well, you might be interested since you're a sports guy, Mary Belzer. Do you remember Belzer Field?
Yeah, sure.
That's her family.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. From where Nebraska played baseball, right? Buck Belzer Field. Is that what you're?
That's her, I believe, father.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's neat. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and for many years that's where they played and
Yes.
what it was called, and then they upgraded to their current field. But yeah.
There's a lot of sparrows.
Oh, there
Here.
are a lot of different ones. When we see a sparrow, we just think, there's a sparrow, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of different varieties.
Yeah, the song sparrow, the American tree sparrow, the house sparrow.
Wow. Man, you're going to have a good time. We got to get
The
those.
chipping sparrow. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mary, for the book.
Mary is also a good friend of my wife's and a relative. I don't know the exact connection as far as the relative part goes, but they're good. Mary's a good person, and I'm glad she brought you that book.
Yeah, thank you.
Just out of the blue, she dropped
Just
it by.
out
so
of the blue.
That's an encouragement to continue our process.
Yes,
You know what? We can do anything if we believe it.
absolutely.
If we dream it up and believe it.
Right.
So let's just dedicate this next song to dreaming and believing. We're going to play some oldies for you today, plus our guests, which we mentioned, are going to be Custer Public Power, Mid-Plains Community College, and a live remote from Sun Valley in Ansley in the 9 o'clock hour this morning. Brent's planning on covering a invitational track meet at Burwell today. And so there's a lot going on here on this Friday here on KCNI KBBN. Brent, one of the things that will come along with the responsibility of being a steward for birds is making sure that you have plenty of food out there for them. So I got to go get you a bird feeder, and then I think you'll start seeing birds more often in your yard, and then they'll be using your bird baths more frequently. And since we're neighbors, I'm inclined to help endure some of the costs. So I thought maybe a 70-30 split on your first bird feeder. I'll pay 30%. I'll go get it for you. You'll have to pay me 70% when I get back, but we'll work that out. And then there'll be an installation fee. I'm going to have to, get a ladder and hang that bird feeder from your tree, and there's some danger in that. And I'll have to have insurance coverage and so forth in case I do have an accident. So just wanted you to know, but it'll be worth it. You got your bird book now, and you've got your bird baths ready to go. You need to make sure they are always filled. And then I'll get you that bird feeder very, very soon. I think I'm going to go to the garden center and pick that up. Maybe get 2 of them for you. You up for 2?
What did my mom say in her card again?
Well, it says here. Let me read that.
It's that last line.
Glad you asked. Thank you for being so good to Brent. You're a special guy to all of us.
Wow. Yep.
I wish Jim was here because he could help me put the bird feeder up with the ladder and everything.
I would like to see you and Jim work together. That'd be kind of fun.
I think we'd be a really good team, actually. Honest.
Yes, I'm sure you would be.
All right. Here's the Temptations. Jack's going to go outside and tell us what it really feels like right after the news. So that's all coming up. I don't know if he's going to check on our birds or not, but we have our annual robin nest in the back on the satellite dish. Let's hope those eggs stay put today.
Yeah.
We'll find out. Stay tuned.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Hezbollah says its finger is on the trigger in case Israel violates a new 10-day ceasefire. The BBC's Karine Torby is in southern Lebanon.
People are returning, but not to their house. They're returning just to check on what is still standing.
New U.S.-Iran talks could take place this weekend. Pope Leo is speaking out against the Iran war again, and so is President Trump speaking.
I'm not fighting with him. The Pope made a statement. He says Iran can have a nuclear weapon. I say Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon.
At a stop in Cameroon today, the Pope mentioned a handful of tyrants ravaging the world. Parents in Sacramento, California are sounding the alarm over a plan to tear out natural grass fields and replace them with artificial turf.
The community wasn't consulted, and we really want grass.
All the toxin exposures, the turf will make the air quality worse for kids.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
In Nebraska news, in a story released by KOLN, the Dodge County Sheriff's Office said deputies caught 2 teenagers attempting to invade law enforcement in a stolen car on Thursday. A deputy with the Dodge County Sheriff's Office saw a white 2019 Ford traveling with their headlights off while going westbound on 23rd Street in Fremont at 6:15 a.m. The deputy attempted a traffic stop on the vehicle. However, the driver failed to stop and began fleeing from the deputy westbound on 23rd Street. While continuing to avoid law enforcement, the driver lost control of the vehicle and crashed at Military Avenue on County Road 18. According to the sheriff's office, the driver and passenger ran from the vehicle. The 15-year-old driver was immediately caught, while the 14-year-old passenger proceeded to run from the crash and was later caught. The driver was taken to the Methodist Fremont Health. According to the sheriff's office, the vehicle involved was determined to be stolen from Hooper during the overnight hours. The incident remains under investigation, and the sheriff's office said the names of the teens will not be released. The Dodge County Sheriff's Office was assisted by the Nebraska State Patrol, Fremont Fire and Rescue, the Fremont Police Department, Nebraska Game and Parks, as well as residents in the area of Lake Ventura. This has been a Nebraska News Update. I'm Jack Simpson reporting for Central Nebraska's News Source.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Martin Weiss.
Minnesota Lynx forward Naphecia Collier is signing a Supermax 1-year, $1.4 million contract. She's the third player in the WNBA to sign a Supermax. In Major League Baseball, the San Diego Padres beat the Seattle Mariners 5-2. Mariners 1-8 on the road. The Padres have won 11 of their last 12. Rockies beat the Astros 3-2. Mike Trout had a home run as the Angels beat the Yankees 11-4. So did Aaron Judge. The Tigers came from behind and put 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth for a 10-9 win over the Royals. Detroit's on a 6-game win streak. So is Tampa Bay. The Rays scored 3 runs in the top of the ninth inning for a 5-3 victory over the Chicago White Sox. The Rangers rallied for 4 runs in the top of the ninth inning for a 9-6 win over the A's. Giants blanked the Reds 3-0. Brewers 2-1 over the Blue Jays. I'm Martin Weiss.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. A freeze watch begins at 9 p.m. tonight and continues until 9 a.m. tomorrow. Cloudy skies with a few peaks of sun today, with daytime highs approaching 50. Winds out of the north, 20 to 25 miles per hour. Slight chance for showers. Tonight, lows dip down to about 23, partly cloudy skies. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
They grow up so fast, and soon enough they're off to college. But as time goes by, the cost of tuition continues to rise. You know that college is important, but the expenses may seem out of reach. Edward Jones can help. I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Tim McCaslin.
And I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Janet Lawhorn. Let's work together to help you tackle growing college expenses. Call us at 308-872-6849 or visit edwardjones.com to schedule an appointment. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Let's go outside and find out what it really feels like with Jack Simpson. Jack, what's it like out there?
Well, it is definitely windy this morning for sure. 40 degrees outside, nice and cloudy. Your winds, I'd say 20 to 30 out of the north, actually, with gusts maybe to like to 35. Barometric pressure at 29.77, humidity 77% as well. No rain in the last 24 hours with 24 hundredths of precipitation for the month. A high yesterday of 86 and an overnight low of 40.
You have your hat on?
I do not. It's on my desk, actually.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Are you out back?
I am out back.
What's the egg situation?
You know what? Let me go take a look. Let's see. Look like still 5, I think.
Still 5?
Yep.
Okay. Thanks, Jack.
You're welcome.
Jack's cutting out a little bit there.
Yeah, a little bit.
5 robin eggs will follow the saga. And this will be also in conjunction with the Bird Development Center at your place.
Oh, now it's a center. Okay.
It's a bird center in our neighborhood. Or it's possible that if we get this thing built up just right, get the birds coming in, like I think they will, if we get the water going, maybe that new bird bath, get some more feeders in, that you could become a tourist attraction.
Oh, really? Oh.
People could just swing by and watch a few birds. And they don't have to get out of the car. They could just bring some binoculars and look at them right there. Just pull up in front of your place and watch some birds. Maybe we could work out a little business deal on that, Brent.
Maybe.
There's the animals. When I was young.
Is presented by Chapin's Interiors, RT Ace Hardware, Grocery Cart, and Grazer's Bar and Grill, where you can also pick up or drop off your coloring sheets. Return those masterpieces to our studios or a participating sponsor location by April 30th to be judged. We're on a mission to cover our studios in your artwork. So grab those colors and help us make it happen. Full details and coloring sheet downloads are also available on the SandhillsExpress.com contests page. Happy coloring from KCNI and KBBN.
And more have been added here in the studio, right behind me here and on the wall and on the woodwork here. So keep them coming. Some great coloring have been brought in, and you can drop those off, as you heard, participating businesses that you just heard about. You can also download sheets so you can get your coloring done before April 30th. But we're getting some nice ones in here. Some of these are very, very impressive. The kids are doing great. Adults are doing super good. So it's been fun, and we'll continue through this month. I want to talk a little bit about the Tumbleweed Cafe and Cracker Jacks. Tumbleweed, always ready for a party. You know, they can take care of big groups on the Tumbleweed side. They got the big room in the back, which they use for the Sunday buffets quite a bit. That's where the buffet is. And you can go back there. They got some big tables back there if you're bringing in a big group. And if you're coming in with 3 or 4 of you, they got the tables out front. They'll wait on you, serve you, bring your everything to you. Sunday buffet is really, really big. People love to go and eat till they need a nap, and they can do that on Sundays. But they are open every day, 6 a.m. until 4 p.m. for the dine-in. From 6 a.m. till 11 a.m. Monday through Friday, you'll find delicious breakfast items that you can purchase or drive through and pick up. Burritos, sandwiches, cinnamon rolls, biscuits and gravy, and drive through and grab that quick breakfast to go. Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill is open on the west side of Tumbleweed, and they have good food there. Open so you can stop in and grab some great food, cold drinks, and visit with friends. You'll find cheese cigars, wings, clubhouse, flatbreads, burgers, and fries. They're open Monday through Saturday from 5 p.m. until 10 p.m., but Carmen says the grill is on till she walks out the door. And, of course, while you're there, you can have fun shooting pool or throwing axes or saw blades and just have yourself a great time and great food, both at Tumbleweed Cafe and Cracker Jack Sport Bar and Grill on the east side of Broken Bow.
Hey, we've got some egg-siding news going into the weekend. Irwin Gardens and Poultry is cracking back into the parking lot at Tractor Supply Company here in Broken Bow. They'll be there tomorrow, this Saturday, with farm fresh goodness you won't want to miss. They'll be there tomorrow from 10 to 1. You can stock up on exactly what your kitchen needs, straight from the coop to your table. Support local, eat better, and taste the difference with Irwin Produce and Poultry. Snag a dozen large eggs for just $3, or get an 18-pack of medium-size eggs for only $3. Don't let this deal scramble away. Add some farm fresh flavor to your weekend. Come see Irwin Produce and Poultry located in the parking lot at Tractor Supply here in Broken Bow. They'll be there tomorrow from 10 until 1.
And if you want to meet somebody really, really nice, just stop in and pick up your eggs there. They're very, very wonderful people. And you'll just be happy with what you've done because you go home and make an omelet.
Mm-hmm.
Or over easy, or put them in something you baked. Farm fresh eggs. Woo, man. Right up the street from the Tractor Supply is the Whiskey Barrel. Now, they don't sell any parts of any kind for your tractors or whatever your needs that way. But they can resupply your adult beverages and any kind of beverage, pop and so forth as well. They have non-alcoholic beverages that they sell there. But one thing is standard at the Whiskey Barrel: everyday low prices and free ice with purchase. And remember, we tell you every time, because it's true, you actually warm up your beverage out of the coolers when you put it in the cooler and put it on ice, because it's right on the edge of freezing. Most importantly, you'll enjoy a great conversation, and you won't be lured in by some glitzy special. You walk in, you pay everyday low prices, everything's tagged, you know exactly what you're going to be spending, and they're ready for you. And great conversation, and just a great place to shop. Good people there at the Whiskey Barrel in Broken Bow.
Hey, if you're looking for something fun to do tonight and you want to enjoy some great music, head to Sylvester's in Broken Bow. Tim Zock going to be there tonight performing A talented musician, great singer, turned into a full-blown music career for Tim, his talent. So if the music wasn't enough to head to Sly's, they do want you to know that the Jell-O shots are going to be there tonight as well. So great music, Jell-O shots in addition to all your favorite drinks at Sylvester's, East Highway 2, Broken Bow. Tim Zock will be on the stage performing tonight from 9 to 1.
Wake up to the best.
I never miss a morning.
You're listening to The Breakfast Show.
Spring is almost here. I'm getting that sudden urge to plant things.
Wow, it really is about that time.
We better make a trip to the garden center in Broken Bow. They have everything from soil to multiple bulk seeds like jade green beans and corn. Oh, and I can't forget the onion sets and seed potatoes.
And they have grow lights and heating pads so we could start our seedlings inside and get a head start.
They even have some really cool yard art to make the yard look amazing.
Let's head on down to the garden center in Broken Bow and get growing.
Don't let a dry spell or a lackluster lawn get you down. Sharon Lawn Care and Sprinkler Repair specializes in both revitalizing lawns and keeping them beautiful. Have them come to your home or business and worry about applying fertilizer with their 5-step program. Then sell the lawnmower and have them cruise by and take care of that too. To keep your lawn happy, ask about sprinkler repair and aeration. Licensed and insured, serving Custer County and beyond. 308-870-0348.
Sharon Lawn Care and Sprinkler Repair, where the grass is always greener.
Barney Pharmacy is proud to offer their customers the choice of high quality and effective products from Leader, like triple antibiotic ointment, compared to Neosporin, $1.99. Esomeprazole Magnesium 24-hour acid reducer, compared to Prilosec OTC, $5.99. 24-hour allergy relief tablets, compared to Claritin, $5.99. Compare and save when you visit Varney Pharmacy, located conveniently in downtown Broken Bow.
8:17. Casey is here from Mid-Plains Community College. Good morning.
Good morning.
A question for you.
Yes.
Just kind of a side question before we get into education.
Yes, sir.
How do you feel about birds? You like birds?
Birds? Oh.
I mean, you could be honest. A lot of people have different ideas about birds.
Well, I think I have a bird that might have gotten trapped in our attic right now, so I'm not a big fan at this moment in time.
Now, I don't want to scare you, but you're sure it's not a bat?
No, I'm not sure.
Oh, gosh.
So I'm just kind of hopeful that it's a bird and not, like a small animal or something. But other than that, I mean, they poop on your car. They, but I guess.
But they sing.
They do. They do.
And they make wonderful outdoor noises.
My father-in-law likes to watch birds.
Yeah, well, I do too.
Yeah. So I guess they're okay.
And say if there was a place that you could look at birds and study them without even getting out of your car, you could just pull up and watch them playfully, take a bath in a bird bath and maybe munch something to eat and just flitter around. Would that interest you at all?
Like bear country, only it'd be bird country?
Yeah, just a little bird oasis where you could just go and watch the birds that were in that particular location.
How would you keep them there?
Well, you have to make sure you have plenty of bird seed for them and plenty of water. And maybe some, little places where they can perch.
What if they leave, though?
Well, that's just kind of like going to eagle watching. You don't always see them every time, but it could be a location where maybe you just pay a little money when you pull up. There'd be a little box there you could put some money in for bird watching.
I have a feeling this is going to mean more work for Brent somehow.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, you're exactly right. He wants to do this at Brent's place.
Oh.
That's basically what he's talking about. This started as, hey, Brent, I'd like to put a bird feeder in your yard. That's where it started, a bird feeder. I emphasize the singular of that, bird feeder. Since then, it has turned into, we've went from a bird you just termed it a bird oasis. I don't know where that came from. So bird oasis, we've heard bird sanctuary, a bird. I think earlier this morning we heard Bird Learning Center.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So
Yeah. Brent,
it started with just a bird feeder. And now,
I feel like Brent's going to have to be the one to deal with all of the bird poo. Can you say poo on the radio?
Well, yeah.
I hope.
Well, it's an actual a very good fertilizer for his yard.
No, I don't know.
I think I'm going to have to disagree with you on that one.
All right. Well, I just ask your opinion. But I'm just seeing it in lights right now. Neon, Brent's Bird Oasis.
I mean, I'm all for bringing things to Broken Bow, but it seems like a lot of work for Brent.
Well, it's economic development.
Well, that is true. It's hard to argue that, Brent.
Yeah.
People pull off Highway 2, go up 2 blocks to G Street. There it would be.
Oh, there it is.
Tweet.
Brent's Birds.
Tweedledee.
Okay. Thanks for your opinion on that.
Yeah, no problem. I always have one.
I know, and you're honest about it. That's what I like about you.
I try.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about education, Mid-Plains Community College. What's going on?
Yeah, so if you remember these last 3 days, Wednesday, Thursday, and today, we have invited our students, Broken Bow High School students, and any of our regular students to come in and make your schedule, i.e. get registered for spring for summer and fall. Mm-hmm. And kudos to these students because they have been showing up in droves, and it's just been great. We've had a lot of students. I asked them to bring their parents, and truth be told, sometimes their parents aren't necessary to be there, but I always like to have them in just in case a question comes up, and then they can, ask any questions that they might have or anything like that. We have had a great response, and I've heard rumors that maybe today was going to be our busiest day.
Oh, good.
Well, people like to wait till the last minute,
Yeah.
And now I have a secret for, the three of us and thousands of listeners. Today's not really the last day to register.
It's not?
No. I just like to put a little bit of urgency on our students so that we can get that done, get them done and registered and out of the way. If a student, we've had students I've had a couple that have called and said, oh my gosh, I forgot these were the days, my kid's out of town, my parents out of town, what do I do? Just stop in next week or anytime. The urgency really is, and you guys have heard me talk about this before, if a student is going to register for an online class, those fill up very quickly. In fact, we've already run into some that have been full for fall and summer for that matter. And so I just don't want a student to miss out on that opportunity. And also, if we wait until fall, it just everybody's busy. Everybody, the new school year starting. Mm-hmm. It just is a little bit more hectic in the fall. So we just like to get everybody done today. So if you are a parent and you have not brought your student into the college to register for their fall classes yet, please plan to do so today. As soon as I'm done at the radio, I will be back to the college and I'll be there until probably 5 at least today. Mm-hmm. Kind of when the flow of students slows down, but at least 5 o'clock today. And I'd be happy to take your registration. It really doesn't take very long. If a student knows their schedule, they usually come in, we get their classes written down, and they are out of there within 5 or 10 minutes. Now, if you're going to choose a class and we need to look up some things, it might take a few more minutes, but we stay over the noon hour so that if parents have a lunch break and they'd like to go grab their kid, that has been very popular the last couple of days. The noon hour has been very busy. And if you'd like to go grab your kid and stop into the college real quick, or after school, or we're there till 5, like I said, so that'd be after track and golf. Got an hour or so after you're done there, to get down to the college and get registered. But again, if you don't get there today, please make plans to stop in next week, or give us a call and we can kind of advise you on what to do and how to get registered. But kudos to our Broken Bow High School students. They have really been taking ownership and responsibility for their classes. We're very happy for them.
And I don't know whether this is a fair question, but there's an array of classes available. I mean, in different categories, right?
Yes, absolutely. We try to stick to those gen ed courses, the ones that are going to count towards a lot of different majors, things like intro to psychology, speech is very popular, American history, things like that. And then of course we have our classes that are held in Broken Bow High School by Broken Bow High School teachers. Those are things like math and English, business courses, things like that. So those make it really easy for students to fit those into their day, and then they can add an online class if they so choose. So
okay.
Yeah.
And the online class, I was curious when you said, they might think that it's open and it'll fill. So that you might have that perception, since it's an online class, it's unlimited amount of people can take part, but that's not true.
That's not true, unfortunately. Online classes probably have a stricter capacity than any other class because of that reason, because anybody from anywhere can take those online classes. So there's usually a pretty strict limit of about 25 students in there.
Okay.
Because it is a live instructor who's behind the scenes grading those papers. And, if they had 100 students, that's 100 essays to read, and that's a lot. So 25 is definitely the limit.
Okay.
So,
that makes sense when you think about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
all right.
yeah, so it's been a great few days here, but don't forget on Monday, this coming Monday, will be our CDL day. So we're rolling right into, from our 4-credit registration, which will of course continue, but into registration for our CDL program. This is for people who have been interested in CDL. There's a lot of steps that you have to take before you can join that class, and before we can bring that class to Broken Bow, we have to know that we have 4 or 5 students that are fully committed and have all of the paperwork and everything that's in there. And it can be complicated. So we're going to have a day, Monday, this coming Monday the 20th, where folks can stop by, bring the paperwork that you have, if you have your DOT physical or your background check, whatever you need to have for that CDL class, bring it in. We'll help you get it uploaded into our system. And then we're going to get going on a CDL class. So we're pretty excited for that. Monday is just drop in. Jeff and I will be available throughout the day, over the noon hour. If you'd like to stop in and ask any questions about CDL, bring any paperwork, we'll help you get going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, you're going to be busy.
We are very busy, and it's very, we love it. We love being prepared and ready to go for summer and fall. One last thing that I want to mention, Tuesday is our class called Fire Smart Landscaping. We've talked a little bit about that. If you're interested in registering for that, we need you to call ASAP so we know how many people to expect, and we can let the instructor know appropriately. So there you go. That'll be Tuesday evening, that Fire Smart Landscaping class.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
You're busy. We'll let you go, but you might consider, even though it doesn't sound like you're a big proponent of this, but you could, at one time along the way, have a bird watching class. We have a bird book over here that was given to Brent if you wanted to see the criteria there.
That was dropped off to me.
That reminds me of, do you remember the old movie Beetlejuice?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And the guy in there, the dad, he liked to watch birds, and he had a book that looked something like that.
Yeah.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch the movie. You'll remember.
Well, to be continued.
There you go. There's a I don't know what kind of birds they are, but they live up above the shop at the college, and they always poo on my car. That's probably what soured me.
I'm guessing grackles.
Maybe. I don't know.
Them grackles. They're poopers.
Well, I don't park under the building. I park a little bit away.
Oh, they hitch on the fly.
I think they aim.
Thanks, Casey. We'll take a time out. We have more guests in the lobby.
Hi, I'm Roxanne Converse-Whiting, Director of Community Education at Gothenburg Health. Our team continues to be committed to supporting you through every stage of life. Well Ahead means providing advanced specialty services and everyday wellness. You're never alone in caring for yourself or the people you love. We're here to walk beside you, offering expert providers, modern services, and a commitment to complete wellness. Your health matters today, tomorrow, and for the years to come. Gothenburg Health, well ahead.
Your big dreams deserve small town service, and that's what you'll get at Ansley Lumber and Supply. From new home builds to remodels, including quartz, granite, and cabinetry, their team works alongside of you every step of the way. Need ag supplies like fencing wire, posts, or tanks? They have them. And in a full line of quality Benjamin Moore paint and delivery, and you're set. Visit Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30 or Saturdays, 8 to noon, and see the difference local makes at Ansley Lumber and Supply, downtown Ansley.
Drivers and farmers need a DOT physical? Thompson Chiropractic has you covered. At Thompson Chiropractic in Broken Bow, Dr. Riley Thompson provides certified DOT physicals to keep you moving safely and confidently. Some call it a CDL physical or a med card. Whatever you call it, Thompson Chiropractic handles it with professional, hassle-free care. When it's time for your next DOT physical, remember Thompson Chiropractic in Broken Bow, your dependable stop for DOT exams.
When your trailer needs work, trust someone who does it all. 2-Inch Gang Trailer Repair in Halsey. Richie handles everything from lights and bearings to brakes and welding, making sure your trailer is safe, reliable, and road ready. Whether routine maintenance or a repair that can't wait, dependable service and attention to detail is what you'll get every time. Plus, free pickup and delivery within 50 miles makes it even easier. Don't let trailer issues slow you down. Call Richie at 2-Inch Gang Trailer Repair of Halsey at 650-9922. That's 650-9922.
8:32. You're listening to The Breakfast Show on a Friday. We appreciate that very much. We also appreciate our great guests that come in. And once a month on Fridays, Custer Public Power comes in, and we have Taryn and April with us this morning. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
Good. First question before we get into business here. Taryn, how do you feel about birds?
As long as they're not swooping down trying to get me, I am perfectly fine with birds.
Mm-hmm. Barn swallows, for instance, can be a little testy.
Yes.
So we'll try not to have any barn swallows in the bird oasis at Brent's place.
Do you have the black starlings showing up?
I don't know. Actually, I have no birds at the moment.
Well, he's going to have
that are showing up.
April, we're going for economic development. We're going to make a bird oasis that people want to come to Brent's yard, and they'll just pull up and drop a little money in a box there, and they'll have binoculars, and they can see the beautiful birds fluttering their wings and taking baths in Brent's bird bath.
Does that binocular view go straight into your front living room?
Apparently so. A few days ago, he let me know what I was watching on television. So
you're one of those creepy neighbors.
That was really comforting. Yeah.
Hey, Brent,
I see you were watching the Twins and the Tigers the other night. How did you know that? So, needless to say, I've been looking into blackout curtains.
I have some if you want.
Do you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Amazon has them on sale every now and then.
You have some.
Let's visit after the show.
Well, that's not fair to call me creepy. I don't want to get all worked up, but I'm not creepy. I was looking for birds in the yard to see whether they were coming in since I put water in his bird bath. It was bone dry. I went over there and put water in, and I even discovered he has 2 bird baths that were dry. I filled them up, so later I'm looking in the binoculars to make sure the water's still there because one of them was leaking, and I was watching for birds, and I just noticed that he was watching the Twins and the Tigers.
Does Shelley know about this?
I have not brought her into this. Yes, she doesn't want to be in the middle of this.
Well, just be concerned if he brings his lawn chair and binoculars and sits out at the bird bath and watches TV from
Right on. Yes. Yeah.
Well, I'm just trying to help.
Bird advocate.
Yes.
Bird advocate here.
Yes. Yes. He got a bird book from Mary Belzer.
Yeah, one of our listeners sent me the Birds of Nebraska Field Guide. So
you can put that out at that's out at your bird bath. So when people come to watch your birds, you got it.
Yeah, there you go.
I know people would stop by and watch if you had the deluxe bird bath we've been talking about that has a lighted bottom to it and a diving board. I know. I'm sure that people would want to see those birds jumping off of that diving board into the water.
And here's another thing you put out there. You know how you go to national parks and you put the quarter into the little
little viewfinder.
Viewfinder. Yeah. You could do that.
Fantastic, Taryn.
I think that should go in Dave's yard.
Yes.
Yeah, because you're across the street, right?
Yes, but we have a cat, and I don't know if that'll work very well, ladies.
Yeah, he's been talking to irrigation people about putting a pivot in my yard now.
Yeah. Todd out at Full Circle is going to make a mini pivot and put it in there.
Todd would do it.
Yep.
He is all sorts of help for you, isn't he?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
We better get to business.
Yes, please.
If Brad's listening, we're going to be in trouble. Maybe he likes birds, though.
Maybe.
So we want to review some things that are important that people need to get up to speed with, and we're going to do that with April here in just a little bit. And Taryn, you have some things you want to highlight.
Yeah, I want to announce our scholarship winners. We have Jarrett Wells from Anselmo, and then we have Austin Stedham. He is on the very far eastern edge of our service territory and goes to Ord. So
nice.
So those have been awarded. Then I want to remind people, if they're going to be doing spring projects, farming and everything, call 811. Know what size of tree you're going to have when it grows up so it's not into the power lines. Earth Day is coming up the 22nd, and we've got some little shovels and flower seeds and color deals for 811, so you know what the flags stand for. So we'll have some of those at the front desk if people want to swing by and pick those up. And the other thing is, always update your information on your account for stock wells, for irrigation. So
even monthly accounts.
Monthly accounts, yeah. Update your information so we can get it to the right people. Phone numbers, updated phone numbers are great.
Yeah. And these are all just, good news on the scholarships, and then just things to help themselves and help you guys.
It's just it's housekeeping things that you gotta kind of remind people to do.
Kind of reminds me of, would you mind a tank in your yard? We could put a tank in your yard with maybe get hooked up to Custer Public Power and get a rebate.
Yes, and rebates are going strong. So yeah,
maybe Brett will be happy about this, but I don't think we have any rebate for what you're talking about.
Oh, you don't?
No,
tanks?
I don't think so. No.
Okay, good to know.
Yes, very good to know.
Brent, do you want to continue on with this interview for a moment? I got to do some. Hand me your bird book for a moment.
What are you doing? Oh man!
I think.
Aren't you guys glad you came in this morning?
I think April wants to go over some things, and I wanted to do a little quick research while you guys talked.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Well, the last time you were in here, you shared some great information in regards to irrigation and a lot of different things, and so I think you just kind of wanted to go back through some of that, right?
Right.
A little bit, yeah.
Right. So today I am going to be billing our irrigation demand charges. This is the spring billing that always goes out this time of year, and that's going to be my project for the day once we're done here. And on that bill, it is, like I said, it's the demand charges. And that demand charge can really be affected if the power factor isn't at 93% or higher. Okay? When you're below 93%, that means that your demand charge actually increases because there's a power factor adder added to that. And I've been trying to get with customers as much as I can to avoid that because I don't want anybody to spend any more money than they have to. Mm-hmm. Now, in order to fix that, you do have to spend some money. It's to buy a capacitor. It could be to replace the capacitor, to add a capacitor, depending on what you have at your irrigation pump is the decider. It's on 25 horsepower and bigger motors. And when you're sizing the capacitor, you want to size that capacitor for the whole system because I'm recording this information off of the meter and everything that's connected goes through that meter. So you really want to take into consideration your pivot motors and all those kind of things. So I have that, what we call a peak demand for you. It shows up on the bill. So what you get to, next week, hopefully it gets to your mailbox next week. It's going to show your power factor number. It's going to show your demand, and that is your peak demand. So you can talk to an electrician and give him that information. If for some reason you just need to know it instantly and you don't have it in front of you, call me. I can get that for you really quickly. But we want to make sure that the capacitors are sized correctly, because if you are going to have to do that and spend the money, we want it to be done right the first time. So I can help with that. To kind of reiterate this power factor, the power factor is an efficiency measurement. Electric motors in nature are not a high power factor piece of equipment. They are just not capable of that. They can have some higher efficiencies, but they aren't capable of getting to where we need to be. And so adding this capacitor helps that motor. It helps all that dirty power that is happening within the motor and coming out of the motor. So it's helping that motor last longer. It helps prevent that dirty power from getting onto our power lines, and then we have to do lots of different things to try to clean that up. So it's helping both the customer and Custer Power. So just kind of wanted to reiterate that.
I'm kind of curious about clean and dirty power, but maybe that's too deep.
Well, here is a simple analogy.
Okay.
You get a glass of beer, and if you don't pour it right, you get a lot of foam on top, right?
Right.
The dirty power is that foam.
Okay.
Okay. The actual beer is your clean KVA power. But if things aren't, when you're pouring the beer, if everything's not set up right, you're going to have lots of foam. And your customers don't like lots of foam, right?
Right.
So you need to make sure all your equipment is working just as best you can to eliminate that foam.
Okay, that's a good analysis. And Brent, if you ever have a beer, and I know you never will, you'll want to tilt the glass a little to the side and pour it down the glass. Don't just pour it straight in.
All right.
And that's kind of what we're talking about here with the power. You got to do it right.
Yep. But even when you tilt the glass, sometimes when you turn the spigot on, it spits. It's not working right.
Got air in it.
Exactly. Yeah. So you got to make sure the equipment is going to give it delivering correctly.
Okay.
So.
Wow. Very good. Yeah.
I hope this isn't too dumb of a question, but you threw out the number 93%. How do you know if you're at the correct percentage? Is there something on the pivot or something that you look at, or is that a dumb question?
That's a fair question, and it's not a dumb question by any means. Right now, the only way you're going to know is looking at your bill, or calling me. Right now, we don't have anything set up where I can't get it to display on all of the meters perfectly. So that's a challenge that I have. So, and the pivot, it's not really telling you anything. You have to manually do measurements, and unless you're an electrician, I don't want you doing those kind of measurements because you have to do things hot, and we don't want you messing with that stuff if you don't know what you're doing. So your best bet is to call me, and once you have it in place, it should continue to be fine. But if we get a lightning storm, and you know the lightning was close in the area, or you know that your system's been hit one way or another, give me a call. I'll be able to tell you. I mean, your system has had to run. I can't tell you if it's not running. But if it's been running and you're questioning it, I can tell you whether or not something happened.
Yeah.
If that lightning affected it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's just something all districts have been going through in Nebraska. It's just not unique for Custer. We are just to the point in the last few years that we have to focus on this. We have to be efficient because, as Rick had always said, the kilowatt not used is a kilowatt that you don't have to pay for. And,
Yeah.
you know, we don't want people.
Since you're a public power, that's your goal, right?
It is the goal.
Yeah.
And as Nebraskans, farmers, and ranchers, we want to be good stewards of the resources we have. Because as we know right now, water is kind of limited. We're not getting the rain. You know, we just need to be good stewards.
Yeah. And this is an odd season for everybody, but in electrical, providing electricity from you to the customers on this dry season. The pivots, some of them already been going.
Oh my gosh! Yes.
Like they were talking when we were talking with Full Circle. He says, never had a year like this where we're out getting things running so that they can get them going so soon.
It doesn't matter what part of Nebraska you're on, you're seeing pivots from the eastern part clear to the western part going.
Yeah.
And I saw things in February running.
Yes.
I mean, I thought April was still early.
Yeah.
And I've seen it running in April before, but February was unheard of.
Yeah. So the demand is going to be, unless things change, going to be something you have to watch, period, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And, you know, on that note, it's scary when it's this dry and we know that the demand is going to be that high until we get some rain. I want to reassure everybody that MPPD and Custer, we work very, very closely together. And as the demands increase and if there is a possibility of power issues, we will communicate that as soon as we know something, and be sure to get customers on the alert if something is going to happen. But MPPD has done a lot of work over the years, because usually when the problems occur, it's a lot, for at least in our little area, it would be a transmission issue. And they've worked pretty hard on making sure that they've got temporary generation, temporary stuff to make sure that that voltage flowing through all of the transmission is at the right level.
Right.
So.
And our new general manager has taken all of this in and is learning so much and from what NPPD, the irrigation and our system. So, you know, it's on his forefront. Brad wants to make sure we have a smooth irrigation season.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and to learn all that and get prepared for it, he's been busy, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now, help me here because I can't think of the term, but is a plan already in place for allotted times when they can run and when they can't run and all of that sort of thing?
The load control?
Yeah, thank you.
Yes. I have just, part of the being ready to bill out the irrigation, I have to balance all of my load. And so that has just now gotten all done, so that way I can bill today. But yeah, what I do is when it comes to what customers they're paying for, how much control they get. And as the changes are happening to me, I have to make sure that the amount I control on a daily basis is as even as possible. So that way I don't get too heavy or too light, because all of that plays an intricate role in the power bill. That is what we are paying. And unfortunately, we all know that it trickles down. So we're doing everything that we can to keep that as low as possible. And keeping that balance is essential for that.
Okay, all right. Did you have, I have another question separate from this, but I wanted you to make sure and get everything in that you wanted to talk about.
I think we've got it all covered. You know, there's always rebates.
Oh.
We can always talk rebates, but, you
Yeah.
know, so there are some irrigation rebates, sprinkler packages, and if you're doing an overhaul of your whole system, reach out to me.
Okay.
I'll answer your questions.
Taryn?
Off of irrigation, we've had some customers call with scams.
Oh, boy.
So, and it has cost some of our customers. If somebody calls you and tells you that we are going to shut you off immediately if you do not pay your bill, hang up on them and call the office. Call the office, ask for the gals up front, and just say, hey, did you call me? Because we do not want anybody to pay somebody that does not
Yeah.
does not do electricity, the bill, you know, pay the wrong person.
Is there anything in this world anymore that isn't a service that doesn't have somebody scamming it, working it as a scam? I mean, there's just everybody, everything is dealing with this, right?
And they love to use the fear tactic, don't they?
They do. And,
yeah.
you know, like I tell my mom, I said, just step back, take a breath. Even if the number looks like it might be legit, I said, hang up and call the office. I said, just hang up. And you got to be careful saying yes and no and giving your name anymore because they clone you. So.
Is there any advantage or reason to maybe you have caller ID to catch that number coming in so you could report it, or is it just better just to hang it up?
You know, I really don't know if there's any.
They changed their numbers so many times because we'll get the same call coming into us, but from multiple phone numbers.
Yeah.
So there's
really
no sure way of doing it.
And you'll get 872 numbers that makes you think it's a local call in some cases. I mean, you're right. Well, they can make it look like anything. So
Yep.
Yeah. So hang up and give you a call, right?
Yep. Give us a call.
Okay.
Yep. And if you have Smart Hub, if you can just tune into Smart Hub, it shows you right off the bat if there's a balance on your account.
And for those out there listening who haven't heard us talking about Smart Hub before, that's something that you've been developing for quite a while.
Yes.
As far as a billing service and all sorts of options with that, right?
Yes, it's the customer portal. You can get it on any of your smartphones. You can get it on a tablet. You can get it on the computer. It's the digital way to get in and look at your bill amount. You can look at usage. You can create thresholds. You can set up notifications. If you want to pay your bill, there's the option, but it's not necessary. So yeah, it is a great asset to just to peek at once in a while, even if that's all you do.
Yesterday evening, I was mentioning earlier, watching some mutual aid leave town, fire trucks leaving town. Of course, they were suggesting evacuation of Sumner yesterday evening, and then somewhere in the 9 o'clock hour, they said they could come back, and we have the winds going again today. It's treacherous out there, but I think sometimes people also notice Custer Public Power rigs heading out when there's fires, and that's something that your guys go out and do, I think, quite often when there's a fire, correct?
Yeah, they're usually trying to de-energize any services, and they will do inspections.
Mm-hmm.
The inspections will usually come in afterwards because they don't want to get in the way of anybody. But if we have a line that's hot, they want to make sure that gets shut off.
Now, I think one of the bigger fires that recently happened was out southwest, and this kind of goes back to what we've talked about on the air before about the little bugs that get into the poles and
bugs
eat them
and
up.
shrews and
and age and so forth. And I think Custer Public Power, if you drive around, the improvements that have been made, you don't see a lot of old infrastructure out there, because I think that fire, was it down around the McCook area, maybe one of the big ones, it actually was a pole that they think might have fell over and started it, right?
Yeah, and with that, we encourage, with the miles of line that we have in the service territory, and our guys are spread thin because they're working on maintenance and stuff, and we do try to patrol line and things like that. But when customers are out in their pastures or out in their field and they see trees or broken equipment, please call us. We will get out there and get things fixed. And if it's a priority, we'll be there, because we do not want to, be responsible for that.
Yeah.
But, we do have limited guys. Access is hard in some of these pastures. So we really do rely on customers to call us if there's something that is not right. And if they're in doubt, just give us a call anyway, and we'll come, we'll make sure, because we want everybody to be safe. We want our property to be safe. We want our lines to be safe.
And we do pole inspections. We have a rotation.
Yeah.
I'm drawing blank on how many poles we inspect every year, but we have about like a 7 to 10 year rotation where every one of our poles gets inspected.
And they will be starting that in May.
They are starting that in May.
And so you may be seeing a vehicle come up. They usually try to put a Custer Power magnet on there, but they'll have, I think they have their magnet too. And they try to let the property owner, so if you have somebody that you don't recognize in the vehicle, don't panic. That's just them wanting to say, hey, we're going to be on your property checking the poles.
Because we do contract this out. This is not done by Custer.
It's a subcontracted deal, and we've talked about that. So a lot of times when you see those vehicles come up and it's got identification on it, so forth, you know that this is your regular summer rotation where you're doing the maintenance or the inspection.
And I believe they have their 4-wheelers and everything too that they go, because they're really conscious of the dry ground and pasture and management of the environment when they go out. So they're very aware of that.
Working together on this, because it's you have to have the landowner's cooperation, right?
Yeah. And the other thing too is check your vegetation. We all like our windbreaks, but windbreaks, if they're in a power line or close to a power line, or that tree looks like it can get in the power line, that's a fire risk. That's an equipment risk. Vegetation management is huge.
And
so
we also need to
us.
keep equipment away from our poles. We need to have access to our poles. And if there's stuff around there, that makes it our job, the lineman's job, that much harder.
Yeah.
And so we need to make sure that the poles are clear of debris.
Yeah.
And we all know there's going to be an emergency arise, and in that emergency you want your power back on.
Yeah.
But our guys have to be safe when they do it. So keeping those poles accessible is huge.
Yeah.
So.
And Brent, I know you understand that if there's a limb that's close to a line, it's a possibility of one of our feathered friends being electrocuted.
Oh. Don't want that.
No. And that could cause an outage.
Yes.
I think squirrels are a little bit more famous for that, aren't they?
Squirrels and snakes.
I was going to say snakes, I know.
Yeah.
An occasional turkey in the substation. I mean,
Yeah.
Turkeys in substations.
Well, again, folks, when we turn our light switch on, we expect it to come on, and it does 99.9999% of the time. And Custer Public Power's goal is just that, to have that consistent power that we take for granted.
Yep. And when you see our crews and our staff, this month is Lineman Appreciation, and we celebrate all our employees because we want your lights to shine bright.
Yeah.
So tell them thank you when you see them.
All right, guys. Brant, one more thing. Just wanted you to know, you might have in your yard the yellow rumped warbler.
Oh,
yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a slay great bird with black streaks on its breast with a yellow patch on its rump.
Ah.
So if you see
I'll be watching for
a bird
that.
out there with a yellow rump, it's the warbler.
Okay. Thanks, Dave.
I thought
And
you
Dave
wanted to
might
know
be
that.
with his lawn chair and binoculars watching for it.
Yeah. Or look, watching what I'm watching on television. One of those two things. Yep.
Will you guys come back and see us again?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Yes, we will.
There was some reluctance there.
We'll be back.
Okay.
Taryn's in charge of the shows.
Thanks, Taryn. Thanks, April.
Thanks, guys.
We'll take a time out with these words.
At BD, they are proud to be part of the community, working every day to advance the world of health. Their team is passionate about making healthcare safer and easier for the people who matter most: patients, families, and caregivers. Whether it's developing new medical devices or supporting local health efforts, they believe in creating a healthier future together. BD, advancing the world of health, right here at home.
Think pink this April at The Secret Garden. Save 15% all month on anything pink, including plants and new inventory. Prepay now and pick up your plants in May. The Secret Garden is open Fridays 11:30 to 4:30 and Saturdays 8:30 to 4:30, located just west of Myrna off Highway 92. Impact Closet Boutique will be at The Secret Garden this Saturday. Don't miss it. Their Broken Bow location is now open weekdays and Saturdays to serve you their delicious drinks with a breakfast and lunch menu. Follow The Secret Oasis on Facebook. Spring is here, and RTA's Hardware couldn't be more excited to see you. Did you hear? In addition to the fertilizer program, they have AeroSeeds blends of grass seed available. Fill in those patches and watch them green up. A rear tine tiller, turf rake, and lawn aerator are available to rent as well to make the work fly by. At the end of a hard day's work, fire up a new Weber, Traeger, or Blackstone grill or griddle. Savings are as high as $100. Happy spring from RTA's Hardware in Broken Bow.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Another app for inventory, one for CRM. Oh, don't forget accounting. Wait, which login was that?
Or you could use Odoo, one fully integrated system that does it all without the hassle. Ditch the app overload. Get everything your business needs on one platform. Try Odoo free today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News special report. We have breaking news from the Middle East. Iran's foreign minister has just declared the Strait of Hormuz open to shipping traffic. President Trump says he welcomes the announcement, which comes hours after an Israel-Lebanon ceasefire began. Correspondent Charlie D'Agata reports from Tel Aviv.
This comes from the foreign minister, Syed Abbas Araghchi. Pardon me while I read this off. In line with the ceasefire in Lebanon, the passage for all commercial vessels through the Strait of Hormuz is declared completely open for the remaining period of the ceasefire. This is a 10-day ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon.
Oil prices are already tumbling.
The real question here, does that open the floodgates, right? Are we now expecting a ton of oil tankers and other cargo ships to flood out of that area? Because this is a temporary 10-day truce.
Oil's down almost 11% at the moment. Dow futures up 567. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Martin Weiss.
Minnesota Lynx forward Nasfisha Collier is signing a Supermax one-year, $1.4 million contract. She's the third player in the WNBA to sign a Supermax. In Major League Baseball, the San Diego Padres beat the Seattle Mariners 5-2. Mariners 1-8 on the road. The Padres have won 11 of their last 12. Rockies beat the Astros 3-2. Mike Trout had a home run as the Angels beat the Yankees 11-4. So did Aaron Judge. The Tigers came from behind and put 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth for a 10-9 win over the Royals. Detroit's on a 6-game win streak. So is Tampa Bay. The Rays scored 3 runs in the top of the ninth inning for a 5-3 victory over the Chicago White Sox. The Rangers rallied for 4 runs in the top of the ninth inning for a 9-6 win over the A's. Giants blanked the Reds 3-0. Brewers 2-1 over the Blue Jays. I'm Martin Weiss.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. A freeze watch begins at 9 p.m. tonight and continues until 9 a.m. tomorrow. Cloudy skies with a few peaks of sun today, with daytime highs approaching 50. Winds out of the north, 20 to 25 miles per hour. Slight chance for showers. Tonight, lows dip down to about 23, partly cloudy skies. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
It's so much more than a furniture store. It's Chapin's Interiors on the south side of the square in Broken Bow. You'll find a stunning selection of home decor, jewelry, flooring, mattresses, and more, plus great fashions at Square One Boutique. Fashions to flooring. Chapin's Interiors in Broken Bow.
Currently 38 under a cloudy sky. Winds out of the north 15 to 20. Gusts much higher than that. Barometric pressures at 29.82 and rising. Humidity at 85%. Yesterday's high, 86, with an overnight low of 40. Now currently 38 degrees. 24 hundredths precipitation measured all of this month of April. 30 hundredths precipitation then in the last month and a half. So it's very dry out there. We already know how dangerous it is for our fire danger index. Even though it is cooler today, we still have those winds to reignite things out there, and we don't need any sparks. So let's try to be careful today. We do our very, very best. I know we do. But again, thank you to all the volunteers who protect us when that unforeseeable spark happens out there. 9:05, we'll be right back with more information here on The Breakfast Show. And don't forget, we'll be broadcasting live from Ansley at Sun Valley later on.
Thanks for starting your day with us.
It's gonna be a good day.
Every morning. KCNI, KBBN Radio.
The 4-H and FFA programs were that foundation set for me to compete and get better all the time.
I was also introduced to topics like entrepreneurship and record keeping. All of those experiences grow lots of possibilities.
If you believe in developing the next generation, these programs are developing leaders for our community and our state.
Choice gas selection has begun. Call 877-274-5710 by April 22nd to make your choice. Constellation is proud to support Nebraska 4-H and FFA.
Spring is almost here. I'm getting that sudden urge to plant things.
Wow, it really is about that time.
We better make a trip to the garden center in Broken Bow. They have everything from soil to multiple bulk seeds like jade green beans and corn. Oh, and I can't forget the onion sets and seed potatoes.
And they have grow lights and heating pads so we could start our seedling inside and get a head start.
They even have some really cool yard art to make the yard look amazing.
Let's head on down to the garden center in Broken Bow and get growing.
Switching banks can feel like a lot. New accounts, automatic payments, direct deposits, and paperwork. At Nebraska State Bank, you don't have to do it alone. Our friendly team is happy to help you with every step, from moving accounts to updating payments and answering your questions along the way. If you'd like help from real people who know the community, stop in or give us a call. We'll take care of all the details. Nebraska State Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Moline Seed and Fence was founded by the Moline family in 2014 southwest of Callaway with a simple concept: to serve farmers and ranchers by providing quality fencing and livestock supplies. They've continued to grow to meet the demands of livestock producers, providing watering products and fencing products of all kinds. From barbed wire to hedge posts, creosote posts, pipe, and panels, call Moline Seed and Fence today and have their team help you lay out your next project at 308-529-0781 or visit them online at molineseedandfence.com.
All right, it's almost 8 past the hour of 9 o'clock, and I'm going to ask my friend and neighbor Brent to be sure and watch for that warbler with the yellow rump.
Okay, keep an eye out for it.
Let me know if you see one. And I'm going to get to the garden center and pick up a bird feeder this weekend. And again, I'll split it with you 70-30. Because you know what? We swing together, man. We swing every day on The Breakfast Show. We swing together back and forth in unison.
We do.
Just like taking a drive down Route 66. from Chuck Berry's Route 66. In my head, I kind of had it more upbeat, more of his guitar thing going on, like he always did. A good version, but a lot different than maybe I thought it would be. That must be the original version. I don't know. Asleep at the Wheel, as you mentioned off the air, doing wonderful things with Route 66.
Yeah, did a great cover of it.
Mind Match, jackpot game. I was out in the public again yesterday for a short period of time. I'm kind of like the groundhog. And I was approached about the Mind Match jackpot game and how they enjoy it and play along with it. And now very excited to know that it's $200 jackpot coming up on Wednesday.
Yeah, that's a nice cash prize.
Brought to you by the Garden Center and Gateway Motors. So, again, if you haven't registered, you can do that. Get your name in the contestant pool on the contest page of sandhillsexpress.com. You'll also find all the details on how the game works, and you can get entered, and you may be selected, and you may win $200. And it will be played at 7:45 this coming Wednesday morning, brought to you by the Garden Center and Gateway Motors. Also, I want to remind you, I'm not sure about tickets, but you're invited to the Legacy of Care Gala presentation of the Callaway Hospital District Foundation. They're having that this Saturday, tomorrow, at the Arnold Community Building. Social starts at 5, dinner at 6, entertainment at 7. It'll be a good time. And you might check with the hospital and see if there's any tickets left. See if you can get in.
Yeah.
All right, Brent, it's almost track time. You're getting ready to take off here in a little bit.
Yep, I think I'm going to leave you, and I know Jeremy and Christy are probably getting ready to go from Sun Valley Landscaping. So, I'll get my stuff together, and I'll visit with folks from Burwell a little bit later on in the morning.
All right, I see that they are connected, so we'll assume that in the very near future we'll be hearing about all the things at Sun Valley, and we'll get also a Facebook feed on that either during this broadcast or right after. And Chaz has all sorts of things, and they grow a lot of things, if not almost all the things, from scratch in the greenhouses in Ansley. So be sure and listen and see what they have up their gardening sleeve.
All right, sounds good.
Thanks, Brent.
You bet. We'll see you next week.
Rock on, neighbor.
All right.
You want to, never mind. It's going to be something about a bird, but I don't think I better go there. We'll take a time out.
Every machine has a story. Early mornings, long harvests, years of hard work. When the time comes to sell, AuctionTime.com helps make sure the world sees that equipment. Whether you're selling one piece of equipment or planning a retirement auction, start by knowing what it's worth. At Auction Time, we'll help you start with a free equipment valuation and plan the best way to sell. Call 402-458-4570. That's 402-458-4570. AuctionTime.com. Local expertise, worldwide buyers.
Remember the time you used to spend fighting weeds and bugs? Now you can spend that time elsewhere because aerial application is your best advantage against these problems. Let Aero Aviation take control.
When you need a helping hand to get the most from your land, Aero Aviation, let us take control.
For over 50 years, Aero Aviation has been serving the area. Contact Casey to schedule your aerial application this spring.
She stays, love grows under my umbrella. All that summer we enjoyed it, wind and rain and shine. That
sun, the ice was melting. No more sheltering now. Nice to think that that umbrella led me to a vow.
The sounds of the Hollies on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. I think the guys are ready in Ansley, and they're on battery power, it sounds like, so we need to get them going. So let's invite everybody to listen and watch on Facebook the opening day, April 17th, for Sun Valley Landscaping in Ansley. We'll send it to Jeremy. Jeremy?
All right, yes, good morning from Sun Valley Landscaping in Ansley. Just turn by the fire hall and come down to where the greenhouses are. And you're going to find exactly what we're looking at and what you folks are going to be able to see on Facebook. We're not live right now, but we will post up the video so that you can kind of preview everything. Chaz, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. Glad to have you along and for a tour in your beautiful greenhouse. Right off the bat, tell everybody all the details they need to know about opening hours, when they can come in and shop with you.
Well, now that we're officially open, our hours will be 10 to 6 Monday through Friday, and then 10 to 5 on Saturday, and noon to 5 on Sunday.
And when we were talking before we went on the air, there's already a few things that have kind of started to go out as far as pre-orders go. Kind of goes without saying almost that you should get in here if you've got a favorite that you want to shop and get your hands on those quickly before they're gone, right?
Right. The unusual stuff definitely goes very fast.
And the glow-in-the-dark ones, we're going to talk about those a little bit, but you've got some of those
I
too.
do. Last year they sold before. I mean, I think we had a couple left over when we opened the doors, but they were already sold. But this year we have some more, and they've updated I would say that it's a better plant than it was even last year. So
the glow-in-the-dark technology in plants is advancing.
Yep, it's getting better every year, and they even have a pink one out now. Not that I was able to get a hold of that one, but they do have other colors coming. So
great
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye,
I don't know if it was
or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
All right, it's 9:21, and we got disconnected somehow, and I think the guys are ready to go again and reconnected, so we'll send it back to you, Jeremy.
So you have to talk on the phone at the time?
All right. Thank you very much, Dave. Yes, we are back and believe we're reconnected. An app problem. No user error on my part. So, yes, we are back. We're going to give it another shot here from Sun Valley Landscaping in Ansley. Just turn next to the fire hall and look for the big greenhouses. Let's try it again, Chaz. Give us a rundown on your hours, when people can come and see you and shop these beautiful flowers we're about to look at.
Well, now that we're open, our hours are Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, and then Saturday, 10 to 5, and noon to 5 on Sunday.
All right, great. And got some beautiful flowers we're going to be looking at, folks. Vegetables. We've got 2 full greenhouses here. If you haven't tuned into our videos or our radio broadcast in past years, lots of plants in this space. You certainly, kind of like a game of Tetris, isn't it, each year? Finding a way to fill everything in as much as you can.
We do like to fill it in. It's packed. I think we have more plants than we had last year.
Yeah.
The other greenhouse is completely full, clear up to the front, so
wow.
There's no space available.
Now, there's a video that'll go on the Sandhills Express Facebook page for you folks to check out. Lots of beautiful color we're going to be looking at here this morning. We're kind of standing right in the middle at the front of the greenhouse, and it's just a beautiful picture to look at when you walk through that front door and just get to see this when you walk through the greenhouse each day.
When it's a crappy day like today, it makes you feel pretty good when you come in here and you can smell the fresh air and see all the plants. It does make it feel a little more springish.
Yeah, and we were talking before, folks, it's important for you to get in and get some of your favorites before they're gone. Even with the freeze that's going to happen, I mean, it doesn't freeze inside of your garage, I would hope. So come and get the flowers, get them secured. That ground is going to warm up, and we know we're going to get spring weather eventually. So you might as well just secure your plants right now and have them ready to go. As Christy's kind of scrolling around looking at some of these plants, where do we want to start, Chaz? A couple of these to look at.
Well, again, this year we brought in some mandavilles, which are all tropical plants, and we've got a new color in. It did come out last year, but we couldn't get a hold of it. It's a marvelous mandeville, which is really pretty, and we've got giant pink, giant peach, and then we have the bluephoria again this year. We also have some, I don't even know. Like this basket, I feel like we have some unusual stuff in it. We have a variegated petunia that has this nice pink to it, and then some lophos vines that we've put in stuff that this will bloom white, and they have like a trumpet flower that hummingbirds are attracted to, so they like to feed with that. We have a good selection of dahlias. We have 5 or 6 different colors this year, and we have some really unusual coleuses, very vibrant colored ones. Like this one over here is called, what is that one called? Trusty Rusty, and it's a really weird color. We have another couple of them that have some hot pink to them. We've had our usual proven winners varieties that we usually get in, the stuff that we know is going to grow well for everybody, easy to take care of. Most of our petunias are self-deadheading. I guess people like to pick off flowers, but some people don't care for petunias because you have to pick them off. But there's quite a few here that are all self-cleaning. We have some great choices of grasses. We've got Mexican grass, we've got corkscrew grass, we've got a bunch of juncuses, we've got dracaenas, we've got colored dracaenas, just all in what you're looking for. Fuchsia baskets.
Do you find that is it around 50-50 on people that come in and get kind of the pre-made hangers, or people that want to kind of build their own? Is it more 50-50, or do people kind of mix it up and do both?
Most people come in and choose what we have. There is a handful of people that will bring their own containers in, and they either have us custom potted up for them, or they pull the stuff together themselves, ask for help, look around. Some of the people come in and look at what we've got for combos, and then they'll buy those things and put them together.
Year to year, I always remember the tip that you give when it comes to putting together plants, and I hope that I deliver it correctly. Is it you want a thriller and a spiller?
A thriller, filler, and spiller?
Yeah, is that it?
Yeah.
Am I right? Okay.
You are.
All right.
Yeah, not quite the same order, but yeah. Sometimes you can have a thriller and just a spiller, and sometimes it just depends on the size of the basket that you have and what you're going for.
Yeah, and that helps the aesthetic, and then also it's also not just for looks, but also it's going to be plants that work well together as far as how much space they command inside of the pot, right?
That's right.
Okay. Let's keep walking down. We're only down about halfway down the first aisle right now, folks.
moving.
And yeah, Christy's kind of showing you the picture on the video that you'll see on the Sand Hills Express Facebook page later on. She's giving you a visual of everything. And those of you that know your different plants, Chaz is kind of continuing to talk about those. Kind of got some... I'm seeing the ones in the other aisles we're going to go down that I love, but I'm not going to get ahead of myself and talk about those too early. But these purple ones, those really
pretty.
stand out. Aren't those nice?
Yeah, those are nice. Those are a proven winter variety that I've never gotten before. So that's a new one for us to try, but it seems to be fairly aggressive. It's probably in the middle of the way as far as growth goes. It's not going to get swallowed by everything. There's some more aggressive than others, like the Supertunia Vista variety is the more aggressive growers. Just the regular Supertunia, which that one is more of a medium growth. And then they have the, I can't remember what the mini Vistas are the ones that grow the slower.
All right.
We have plenty of combo plants this year. We've got 5 different varieties in those. So if you have a small container, those are usually really good because there's already 3 plants in one.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Good variety of color. That particular one kind of has like a, is that like a
girls
midnight
call it
purple?
Well, it's supposed to be black. The girls call it like a Mickey Mouse. We just trim these ones. We do have others that are not trimmed, but it has the black, the red, and then the yellow biting in there.
Okay. Did you hear that, Christy? That one's called the Mickey Mouse. She's a big Mickey
Well,
person.
that's what we call it. It's called Night Watch, but the girls call it Mickey Mouse because it's got the red and black to it.
Yeah.
We have a bunch of the brains this year is what everybody calls it. It's called Twisted Celosia.
Oh, yeah, I like these
So
things.
we have, you'd think that they would be really squishy or just different texture, but when you touch them, they're actually pretty hard. They're not fuzzy, they're just different. People like those.
Those are cool.
Yeah, we
those look
usually
so healthy.
We usually sell out of those every year. We've got orange, strawberry, and yellow, so.
And these plants, I mean, this plant right here, this is already a foot tall.
Yeah, they do get rather big. And this one doesn't even have any blooms on it. It's just starting to bloom, but the other ones do. We've trimmed quite a few of them back just because we want them to get more fluffy, I guess, fatter.
So when you folks come and get these and put them in your garage for a little bit before it gets warm outside, so you can put them outside in your pot or in the ground. A lot of these, like Chaz said, have been trimmed, and all you have to worry about is putting some water on them for their first few days of life, and they're going to be ready to go when it gets nice and beautiful outside.
See, those are the baskets that have the lophos vines in them that the hummingbirds like, and they're just trailing and growing all over the place.
Yeah, those vines are already hanging out of those baskets by a few feet.
They about hang you when you drive by them.
Those are really cool. Let's go down this aisle.
We also have a good selection of clematises. We have a whole bunch in the other greenhouse. We have, I don't even know how many, 12 different colors, I think.
Wow. And those,
These are perennials, so they come back every year.
All right.
Yeah, we have
I should have just said it. Dang it, I could have sounded like an expert, Christy.
This one's a different color here. This is I think it's called something Ray.
These are like
Ray
a copper
shadow.
kind of color.
Everybody's been commenting on these because they're really different. And then I really like them with this paired. It looks like a Mizu Dorothianthus, which is the variegated variety that's right beside it. But this one is just chartreuse in color.
I feel like if someone had like a tan colored house, which is kind of a popular color at house, these would look really cool.
Yeah, they kind of stand out to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would stand out for sure. This is kind of our hot aisle. These are the things that can handle the hot sun, and can be dried out, I guess I would say. Not dry, but don't like to be overwatered.
Okay.
So like all of this stuff is more of a succulent type. Lantanas, they like a lot of heat. We've probably got 5 or 6 varieties of lantana in different colors.
So these would be perfect for me because I tend to probably be
Forget to water.
Yeah, either forget to water or I take too much time between waterings is my issue. So
well, we have several, and because it's cloudy out, these are not going to open up. They like to have sunshine to have them open, so they're all closed up. They do close up at night, but this is a new variety.
We are next. That helps us remind you folks that we are somewhat near the train tracks. So if you go across the train tracks, you first of all made the wrong turn, because you can't go over the train tracks when you're trying to find Sun Valley Landscaping, but also B, you went too far.
Yes. This right here is a new variety. It was in a trial, so this one will be available, I think, to everybody next year, but this year it's brand new, and it's a frosted strawberry. It's really cool. It really is a pretty color.
It's amazing to me how they continue to come out with new flower colors, new flower varieties, new combinations. I mean, everyone has their passions, and for people who their passion is gardening and flowers, that's something that's really attracted to them, is doing something different in their space and customizing it in a different way every year. So
they can match it up with their house.
Yeah. Come in and try something new and grab up some of these new flowers, or go with some of your favorites. I think this burst of color right here on this side of the greenhouse is just spectacular.
All the dahlias are all blooming, every one of them. They're at their best right now.
And each one of these pots that folks can come and pick up, I mean, there's big blooms on there to begin with, but there's probably 10, 15, 20 in there that haven't even bloomed up yet.
Yeah, these ones are a brand new color for this year, and it's definitely very pretty, and it's a different bloom in general for a dahlia. It's not your typical traditional bloom, but we do have those as well.
Great, beautiful, lots of color along this side. And this just kind of shows you how things have grown here at Sun Valley Landscaping, folks, because it used to be the vegetables and things used to be over here on this side now.
Yeah, and now we have them in the other greenhouse.
They're in the other greenhouse. This greenhouse is purely all your flowers for your spaces. And Christy's getting a look at some of the hanging baskets on the video you'll be able to see on Sand Hills Express Facebook page. Lots of good varieties of baskets. Of course, you can bring your own in and just put them straight in when you're here, when you purchase them. What do we want to do, Chaz? Do we want to go over to the other greenhouse? We can go over there?
Yeah. It's pretty impressive, I think.
Okay, all right.
Personal feeling, I guess.
Okay. It's pretty impressive, she said. We'll go on over. Hi, puppy.
Tinky.
Hi, Tink. I'm sure Tink enjoys meeting new people throughout the season too, doesn't she?
She does like to greet them.
All right. Yeah, let's get back into a greenhouse where it's nice and warm. All right, following Christy. Wow, you're right. This is impressive.
It's full. We kind of changed a few things around and made it a little more roomy so that it doesn't feel like you're just being attacked when you walk in, but I feel like we have a great selection of tomatoes ready. We have a great selection of onions. We have, not sets, we have the onion plants, and we have bunches of onions. We have some pretty decent sized herbs, and we've got more growing that will be ready hopefully when everybody's ready to garden.
Great. And I really like some of these hangers that you've put together. Those are really cool too, made out of real antique pieces, it looks like.
Yeah, that one is I think it's a cream separator or something like that, and it's got some kicking hobbles on it, or whatever they call it. Yeah, they're hobbles. Anyways, those are created by Todd. He's come up with a bunch of stuff. The one is a windmill motor cover, and we've put plants inside of it. It does look really cool.
And the floor in here just looks like a rainbow. If you're listening on the radio, folks, you just have to walk down this aisle when you come into this second greenhouse and see all of the color on the ground. Christy's getting a picture of that for the video right now. It's just absolutely gorgeous, but it's not going to look like this forever because people buy them and take them home. So you need to make sure that you're one of the ones that comes in, gets one of these beautiful plants to take home to your space. And certainly you can buy all of your vegetables and things like that, which Christy's getting a picture of right now as well. Is there anything we didn't cover, Chaz, that we want to let people know? Maybe mention your hours one more time at the end of the broadcast here.
Okay, our hours are Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 10 to 5, and Sunday, noon to 5.
And my last thing I'll say to you is congratulations. I know this is a lot of work. It probably just gives you a warm, fuzzy feeling inside to reach this point and have everything big and beautiful and green, and to know that you didn't have someone like me on your staff who probably would have seen to it that half of these were dead.
Well, I didn't do it by myself. We had some great help this year. I had a bunch of friends that came in and helped plant stuff, and then I had family that came in and helped plant. My husband helped me, and my mother came clear from Idaho just to help me plant stuff, so yeah.
A lot of hours went into making these beautiful folks, and now the only hours left to be done are for you to put them in your space at your home and make your space beautiful with the help of Sun Valley Landscaping here in Ansley. That does it for us here. We're going to post this video up later on so that you can see it on the Sandhills Express Facebook page, but come and check out all of this in person. It is absolutely gorgeous here at Sun Valley Landscaping inside the greenhouse. Back to the studio.
All right. Thank you very much, Chaz, and everybody, all the folks, family and friends who helped get ready for today's opening. Sounds like it is beautiful and ready to go for you right there in Ansley, Nebraska, just off Highway 2. Sun Valley doing a great job adding a greenhouse a year or so ago, and they are ready to have a great spring with you. Come on down on their opening day to Ansley. We'll be back to close the show.
Brought to you by the Soy Checkoff. Investing farmer dollars to boost demand for U.S. soy. Drive on farm resilience. Bring value to U.S. soybean farmers. Led by its 77 farmer leaders across 30 states, your Soy Checkoff strategically invests in market segments spanning animal health and nutrition, biofuels, infrastructure, production research, new uses, and international trade. Always looking 5 to 10 years out to ensure soybean farmers have viable markets for the future. Learn more at unitedsoybean.org.
35 years ago, U.S. soybean farmers made a bold investment in their future. United Soybean Board Chairman Brent Gatton from Kentucky says that investment has paid off.
You know, we're fixing to celebrate in 2026 our 35th anniversary of the checkoff. But just think about where we would be at with our genetics and our traits and things like that if we didn't have the checkoff in place to be able to do that type of work for the American farmer.
Find out more at unitedsoybean.org.
All right, 9:39, time to go, but we invite you to join us next week on Monday for another edition of the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Can't spell their name, though their life's depending on it. Can't count past 10 without taking off their shoes. Don't know a thing about the world they will inherit. Now those chickens have come home to roost. There was a time when we reached for the moon. Now we've got millions learning how to push a broom. Ain't that a shame? Ain't that a shame? Can't find a home when you got no work or money. Can't get a job when you're living in the streets. Just wait in line for your ration of compassion. It don't remind us of our selfishness and greed. There was a time when we reached to the poor. Now we are told they just don't matter anymore. Ain't that a shame? that a shame? Ain't that a shame? Can't clean our house, throwing dirt at one another. Can't hear reason while we shout and we accuse. We cast the blame and point fingers at each other and wonder why no one will call a truce. As any child past the age of 4, it takes everyone to keep the peace. Just want to start a war. Ain't that a shame? Ain't that a shame? No matter how much we complain, things stay the same. Ain't that a shame? Ain't that a shame? Now things bad enough. Are you mad enough to make a change? Oh, to make a change. Now things bad enough. Are we mad enough to make a change?
Brand new music from John Kay. Ain't that a shame? Of course, John Kay, the singer and guitarist for Steppenwolf, but he's been playing music on his own for many, many years. And that's his latest release called Ain't That a Shame, right here on the Thunderbird. At 11 o'clock, Brent will be again reporting from Burwell. The Burwell Invitational Track Meet covered today here on the Mighty Thunderbird. Here's the Red Hot Chili Peppers breaking the girl.
Cut from the north, really do friends come and go. She was a girl, so full of strange. We were the two, our lives we
Check one, check one. Hey. Bob Dylan knocking on heaven's door on 95.3. Foreigner starting out the 6 o'clock hour with Juke Box Hero on the Mighty Thunderbird on a Saturday. Great Peacock, Soul Asylum, and Procol Harum coming up. Keep it right here. Bob Dylan knocking on heaven's door on 95.3. Foreigner starting out the 6 o'clock hour with Juke Box Hero on the Mighty Thunderbird on a Saturday. Great Peacock, Soul Asylum, and Procol Harum coming up. Keep it right here.